Right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Paul, and you possibly know me from the daily teasers that I post up on my blog and here on YouTube. I also try and talk about TV shows that I've watched and films that I've seen as well. Just recently, I've been watching Series 4 of The Man in the High Castle, and I've got to admit I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Just to give you a brief summary, it's set in an alternative Earth where Nazi Germany and Japan won the war, and America is now a divided territory. It's ruled the East Coast is ruled by the German Reich, the West Coast is ruled by the Japanese Empire, and there's a strip, a neutral zone that's independent of either. That's what's left of the old USA. This episode 6, or Serious Daring, opens with Reich Marshal Smith, Rufus Sewell, in our world. The Nazis over there have worked out how to cross the bridge between dimensions to get to alternative Earth. He's on our world, where his son, who died in his world, is still alive. And he's taken a couple of days out to just travel to our world, meet his son to heal some wounds because he thinks that will do him some good. Only for Thomas, Quinn Lord, to admit he's going to join the US Marine Corps. Our world at the time, it's the 1960s. The Vietnam War is stepping up a touch, and it's looking for recruits. Reich Marshal Smith does not like this. He's lost his son once already, does not want to see it again, but ends up in the High Castle's world, trying desperately to try and do something about it. In the meantime, there's all sorts of stuff going on. The central character, Juliana Crane, Alexa Davalos, has received a coded message from the man in the High Castle himself, from Hawthorne Abinson, who's basically let her and other members of the resistance know exactly how Reichsmarshal Smith is going to and fro from his HQ to the other world, the portal that lets him cross to the other world. On top of all that, there's a character called Belle Mallory. It's a recent introduction for this season, played by Frances Turner, and she's slowly not getting beeped at by a phone, but she's also slowly taking over the black communist resistance, and realised that the one thing to keep her movement intact is to give them a unified cause, a unified plan. Oil. There's an oil pipeline going from the northern part of the Pacific states to San Francisco, the Japanese HQ, that lets it be exported to Japan. Someone attacks that, they've got the Japanese over a proverbial oil barrel. While that's going on, Inspector Kidu, Joel de la Fuente, has had to act as chief witness in the murder trial of an innocent member of the Japanese High Command. A man he knows is innocent, a man he also ends up acting as chief witness against, and who he gets ordered to execute by the general that he knows did the murder. It's a twisty little episode, isn't it? It's a twisty little episode. There's a lot going on here, but again, it's nicely done. It's a nice, good episode. It's not a stunner as maybe episode 5 was, but it's an episode 6 is one that is giving a solid plot. It's moving the story very slowly forward. It's worth your watching, I think, this series, and frankly, I've seen a very good episode of a very good episode that's carrying that story forward. All hail the makers, I'd have said. And that sounds about right. Here's where I sign off. It is getting slightly late and I want to go to bed, and I want to edit this video before I do, but check out The Man with a High Castle. If you're not watching it, you're missing a thing.